Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, I'm glad you tuned in because this scooter from Outstorm is something else, and you guys need to know just how cool this thing really is. Now, I'm not paid by Outstorm to make this review, however, they did send me the product. I wanted to mention that because I'm going to say a lot of good things and didn't want you to think I was being paid to do so. The Maxx is just that good. Before I dive into the review, I wanted to take a second and mention my recently launched website. Here you can find all of my scooter, bike, and board reviews. I've broken each category into commuter or off-road, and then again depending on price. I've got links to purchase and all the discount codes, so if you want to compare other brands before you buy, you should definitely check it out. I've got the link in the description. Okay, so the Maxx is on another level. The look alone is just crazy and a little intimidating. This is coming from a guy who has ridden a lot of scooters. Take away the frame and the wheels tell you this means business. These massive 11-inch tires are something you would see on a dirt bike rather than a scooter. There were many times I expected to slide out but didn't, even through some soft dirt and sand. Hills were also no match. Other off-road scooters I've tested have had the power to climb, but the tires kept spinning out. The Maxx is rated up to a 30-degree hill. Now I climbed much steeper than that, so steep I couldn't stay on the scooter, which was mostly due to my inexperience and familiarity with the Maxx. This is something you're not going to just hop on and kill a 60% hill. It's taken me a couple days to manage the power and get a feel for it. But once I did, there's nothing like it. To demonstrate that, here's a video I took with my phone as I was in the moment on the trail.
This is the most fun I've had out in the dirt in a long time. The power of this thing is just tremendous. It is insane. It is scary, it's intimidating, but it is a blast.
Now in both of those monster wheels, they placed a 16-watt motor, powered by a huge 60-volt battery. My friends, if you want to go fast, this is the scooter for you. They say this tops out at 56 miles per hour. Now I'm not that crazy to go that fast. I hit 35 miles per hour on the road in front of my house, which was plenty fast for me. I have another scooter that can also hit that speed, but I haven't felt comfortable going that fast on it. The 95 pounds the Outstorm weighs gives it a better balance and stability at higher speeds. I think with a couple more weeks of riding, I'd feel comfortable going a little faster, but even at 35, I felt the motor had much more to give. So I'm pretty confident it could hit what it says it can. Now that way is a pain if you're looking to pack it in your car. The handlebars and stem are able to collapse, which makes it quite a bit smaller, but man, I tell you, it's not fun trying to pick this up. The good news though, it does ride very well on pavement, so you could just drive it to your trail, which is what I do. The battery is plenty long enough, especially when riding on smooth surfaces. I took it on a bunch of paved trails around town and hit around 35 miles. The Maxx is rated up to 53 miles and will really depend on what you have it set to. Outstorm offers some cool options to extend the range. For example, you could turn off the front motor and hit the Eco Turbo button, which decreases the power of the acceleration. You can also lower the speed mode to 1 out of the 3 levels it offers. Now I prefer a faster and funner ride, so my test was done with both motors, Eco Turbo mode turned off at speed level 3. With the settings staying the same as my pave test, I took the scooter off-road and ran another range test and hit around 20 miles, so you got plenty of time to have a lot of fun. Now I think I would have had a little more fun if I wasn't so crowded. The deck is 9 inches wide, double that of most commuter scooters, so there's a ton of room to place your feet side by side, but not a lot of room for one in front of the other. Now just cruising on a nice paved trail is fine because I'm standing straight up, but off-roading is a whole nother story. I like to spread my legs and get down to lower my center of gravity for better stability, and I just couldn't do that, at least not as low as I wanted. I also felt a little hindered by the handlebars. They are angled towards the back of the scooter more so than any other brand I've tried, so the short deck and angled handlebars were not a good combination to get low. However, over time I was able to adjust and still got some pretty good speed on some bumpy roads. The Maxx is the first scooter I've seen with half-inch plexiglass on the top of the deck. You don't understand why they did that until it gets dark. The LEDs on top and on the side, combined with the super cool headlights, make night riding a whole new experience. I actually waited till night to do the range test because I enjoyed them so much. The deck also has a piece of grip tape down the center. Now that's for more than just looks, it helps secure your feet to the deck. I think a little more tape would definitely help. There were a few times my feet almost slipped off, but it's an easy fix. You can buy grip tape at any skate shop. I will be adding some before my next ride. Now, staying on the deck when hitting full throttle is also a challenge. My shoulders after an hour ride were sore from pulling forward to counter the insane takeoff. The Maxx wants to chew up the road and spit you out the back. I spun the tires on dirt, gravel, sidewalks, paved trails, and the road. This scooter gets up and goes more like a car, by far the fastest acceleration I've ever experienced. The high-impact front and rear spring suspension does a decent job at dampening the blow. Don't get me wrong, it is very bumpy. Now that depends where you are. I'm at the foot of the Rocky Mountains in the desert on an ATV trail. This area is famous for its bumpy and rocky roads. To be honest, I wish the shocks did a better job. I think they put more emphasis into the power than they did the shocks, which I'm actually okay with. I'd rather spend the time searching for smoother roads than give up some power. Now, whether the road was smooth or rough, the dual disc brakes were fantastic. They were even good on gravel roads, slowing me down from 40 miles per hour, or coming down an 80% rocky and sandy hill. They were some of the smoothest brakes I've felt. In the menu, there's an option to turn on the electrical brakes with levels 0 to 3. The kinetic energy is then collected and transferred to electrical power to recharge the battery, so another way to extend the range. I had the electrical brakes turned off for all my tests. The Outstorm Maxx offers some features you don't see on a lot of scooters. They have a compass, a USB charging port, a voltage meter, and a set of keys. A feature I really liked because I didn't have to worry about someone taking off with my scooter while doing some errands. It has a beefy horn to match its beefy look, and a removable gel seat if you ever want to kick back and cruise a little. The LCD screen is identical to a couple other brands I reviewed and comes with a finger throttle, which I like better than a thumb throttle. It just feels more natural and easier to control the speed. The screen can easily be seen in the day and displays speed, speed mode, and battery life. Hit the mode button to change between trip time, trip odometer, total odometer, voltage left, and USB charging port time. In the menu there are 9 options. The first 4 you really don't need to worry about. P4 is where you can change the kilometers to miles. P5 gives the option to take off from a standstill or kickstart. P6 turns on the cruise control. P7 slows or increases the acceleration. P8 allows you to temper the power. And P9 is the strength of the electrical brake. Outstorm has an IP65 waterproof rating, free shipping in the US, and a 1-year warranty. It's rated to carry a rider up to 385 pounds. Comes with 2 power adapters for a recharge time of 7 to 9 hours, and auto shuts off in 2 minutes if you accidentally leave it on. If you're looking for a new experience or new toy, this would be a great option. By far my favorite time playing in the dirt. I just can't get over the power it has, and was thrilled by the hills it crushed. It's a bit expensive at just under $2 grand, so start saving your pennies. I've got the link in the description if you want to check it out. So that wraps up the review. I appreciate you taking the time to check out my content. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you did, a like and subscribe would be awesome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.